What's up, YouTube? Before I get into the video, let me remind you, if you like my content, hit that like and subscribe button. Also, if you feel the need to support me, hit me up on my Patreon at patreon.com/uncommonramen. I do all this in my free time, so any amount of support can help me bring more of this content to you more often. Okay, today... Oh yeah, first off, sorry about last week. I got married, so I didn't have a lot of time to do a video, but we're coming back at it this week. Today we're going to be taking a look at an older commander from Baldur's Gate, but I didn't do a lot of coverage for Baldur's Gate. I think I did Exile and the Shadow Thief enchantment, and I think that was the only thing I did, so I wanted to come in with a commander from Baldur's Gate, but specifically of Grixis colors, because the Grixis decks that I have built thus far were kind of on the lower end of power level, and I feel like this one is a little bit more akin to what I usually build. So today we're taking a look at Zevlor Elturel Exile. So Zevlor Elturel Exile is a 4/2 with haste for 1, a blue, a black, and a red. You can pay 2 and tap it, and when you next cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a single opponent or a single permanent an opponent controls this turn, for each other opponent, choose that player or a permanent they control, copy that spell, and the copy targets the chosen player or permanent. So essentially, you can copy a spell if you have 3 opponents up to 3 times. Or 2 times, up to 2 times. Basically casting the same spell 3 times. Alright, so we're going to take a look at creatures first. We got Archmage Emeritus, or Archmage, I don't know. Carrion Feeder, Chakram Retriever, Cormella, Glamour Thief, Decadent Dragon, Don Andres, the Renegade, Goblin Electromancer, Hostage Taker, Kelpie Guide, Kess Dissident Mage, Marchesa the Black Rose, Nightscape Familiar, Omen Hawker, Shadowheart, Dark Justicar, Stormkiln Artist, Viscera Seer, and Wizards of Thay. Alright, next up is going to be instants. Alright, we're going to start with Active Aggression, Caught Red-Handed, Chaos Warp, Counterspell, Deadly Dispute, Flick a Coin, Leadership Vacuum, Peak, Plumb the Forbidden, Snap, Terminate, Village Rites, Word of Seizing. Okay, next up is sorceries. Got Active Treason, Besmirch, Bloody Betrayal, Blue Sun Twilight, Claim the Firstborn, Cruel Ultimatum, Furnace Rains, Gitaxian Probe, Goat Nap, Hijack, Inevitable Betrayal, Involuntary Employment, Karizev's Expertise, Mark of Mutiny, Sibling Rivalry, Talent of the Telepath, Traitor's Blood, Traitor's Greed, Twisted Fealty, and Wrangle. Next up is going to be artifacts. Starting with Arcane Signet, Ashnod's Altar, Dimir Signet, Felwar Stone, Izzet Signet, Lightning Greaves, Rakdos Signet, Soul Ring, Talisman of Creativity, Talisman of Dominance, and Twinning Staff. Alright, next up is going to be enchantments. We have Attrition, Font of Magic, and Goblin Bombardment. Next up is Planeswalkers. We have Gaidron Dihada. And lastly, we have non-basics. Blood Crypt, Command Tower, Crumbling Necropolis, Evolving Wilds, Exotic Orchard, Luxury Suite, Maestro's Theater, Morphic Pool, River Glide Pathway, Shipwreck Marsh, Smoldering Marsh, Steam Vents, Sulphur Falls, Sunken Hollow, Temple of Deceit, Temple of Epiphany, Thundering Falls, Training Center, Watery Grave, and Xander's Lounge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 islands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mountains, and 1, 2, 3 swamps. Alright, so that is the Zevlor deck. The idea behind this is pretty obvious. We're using temporary steal spells like Claim the Firstborn and such, Active Treason, Active Aggression, to take our opponent's stuff, but using Zevlor's ability to take one from each of our opponents, and then using many different sack outlets to sacrifice those creatures before end of turn, so they don't go back to the opponents, thus doing a spot removal type situation, but keeping your opponent's stuff thinned out while you still have the advantage on them, and using their creatures against them. Then there's like cheeky things like Attrition in there to help kind of also thin out the herds there, because you can use Attrition to take out one of their creatures, sacrificing the creature you just stole from them. There's just a bunch of really interesting, fun things to do with it. It will kill friendships, I'm certain of it. But, you know, I guess that's part of the fun, right? So yeah, Zevlor, Elturel, Exile. I think that's it. If you have any questions or comments, leave those down below. Keep it positive. I'll remove negative comments. And, yeah, until next time, guys. Peace.